Prime Minister James Marape addresses UN debate. Maprik district to export fourth shipment of coffee. And foreign nationals arrested for breaching work visa conditions. Good evening, this is Sunday's News. I'm Kilawani. The 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly is the ongoing session of the UNGA, which was opened in New York on the 14th of September 2021. UNGA high-level debate took place on the 20th to the 24th September. Prime Minister James Marape addressed the UN debate on the 24th. He spoke on climate change and COVID-19 challenges faced in Papua New Guinea and the Pacific region. On Friday, 24th of September 2021, Prime Minister James Marape, in his address at the 76th UN General Assembly, made a number of statements. Statements on climate change and COVID-19 challenges in the Pacific region.
The Pacific Ocean, or the Blue Pacific continent, is home to marine and terrestrial biodiversity and is where the most vulnerable small island states are being exposed to the global threats of rise in sea level due to climate change and the health and the associated economic woes brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. I speak for Papua New Guinea, of course, but the issues will no doubt resonate with the small island states, including those of my Pacific brothers and sisters.
In his address on climate change, PM Marape stated that the global issue on climate change is a man-made catastrophe, then challenged the world's economic giants, particularly on carbon emissions, to be responsible and lead the global effort in climate change mitigation.
On climate change in the ambiences of our 21st century, post-halls like this August United Nations Assembly, may I remind us all that little children and their families who are living in the seas of earth are living in fear and uncertainty of what their future will be like. This is because in their lifetime they have seen their arable and safe lands lost due to sea level rise and are watching as the structures that their lives are built upon slips away. It is time the big carbon emitters of planet Earth own up and apologize to small island states and all other victims of climate change. And I make this statement with no apologies. And today I make a call for all of us, and especially to the big carbon-emitting nations who are now enjoying their national economic transformations through industrialization, to pause, think, and take responsibility to save our planet.
Marape further highlighted that Papua New Guinea accounts for 13% of the world's tropical rainforests and 6% of the Earth's biodiversity. He said these are global assets the country sets out to preserve.
If the world's rainforest reservoir were a global lung, we in Papua New Guinea have a significant proportion of this organ that keeps the world breathing. We also function as a great carbon sink. We have this significant asset for our planet. And I, as chair of the Coalition of Rainforest Nations, Papua New Guinea stands at an important crossroad. We are a net remover of the carbon from the atmosphere. The removal capacity from our forests is over 100 million tons per year. Our energy emissions at present is really around 10 million a year.
Marape also raised the onset of challenges presented by the global COVID-19 pandemic.
COVID-19 will continue to remain our biggest challenge. Our numbers are low in terms of both confirmed cases and fatalities at the moment. And one of the most concerning for us in Papua New Guinea is the rate of vaccinations, which is quite low.
He thanked international partners for their assistance in this difficult time, announcing a national health plan for Papua New Guinea.
This, together with very close working partnership with our valued development partners, including our Pacific family of nations through the Pacific Humanitarian Pathway on COVID-19 program, has given us much success. We cannot speak highly enough of such partnerships, including those through the COVAX facility and with the United Nations system, Australia, New Zealand, USA, Japan, China, European Union, UK, and the United Arab Emirates, which enable us to have immediate access to essential medical equipment and supplies, including the AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, and Sinopharm COVID-19 vaccines. Our National Health Plan is ready to be launched, except for the settlement of the financing plan that matches our health plan. It will encompass facility development, capacity building, pharmaceutical procurement, and development of primary, secondary, and tertiary healthcare, as well as building our provincial capacities and the requisite capacity building and education in as far as the health sector is concerned.
Maprik district in East Sepik province is not only boosting the local economy with cocoa, coffee and vanilla, it is now getting heavily involved in chicken meat production. To help poultry SMEs in the district, the Maprik district has set up a mini poultry farm just outside Maprik town. The farm gets day-old chicks and resells to SMEs.
With the booming economy and meat always running out in town, the Maprik district administration has set up a mini poultry farm just outside the town. Local member and Minister for Agriculture John Simon said this is mainly to help poultry SMEs in the district cut cost. Usually they would purchase day-old chicks at Wewak. The day-old chicks are brought directly to Maprik via cargo planes through the Hayfield Airport. A poultry farmer can still purchase a full carton of 52 chicks.
We have a monthly charters that comes in, and that brings about 200 cartons. So let's say 200 cartons times 52 in a box. So we have more than 10,000 day-old chicks here every month. Now at times it's reduced down to 100 cartons. Then you have 5,000 chickens or 150.
After a few days, the chicks are moved to another shed and the district takes care of the chickens until maturity.
So we want to grow in a healthy community in here. In order for us to do that, we need to make sure meat is a bit cheap and affordable. And in order to do that, I, as the minister, have taken the first step to see how I can do this. And we're doing it through this, and we're also bringing in stock feed. So we're assisting farmers and SMEs who wants to go into SME. We support them, and they can come and buy it cheap here, and they take it and they're going to look after it. So like right now, we brought in close to 6,000 day-old chickens. It's here in the brooder, and it's open up for farmers to come and pick it up. One thing it's very good is like the opportunity of having losing one or 2 day-old chicken is not there. Because when you come here, you pick up the full 52. And we're looking after it for a week. After a week, we've decided that no one's going to buy it. It goes into our farm again. So
to purchase, payment is made at Maprik Investment Limited before collection. The minister said this is just a start and they will increase sheds to cater for chicken layers as well. Rayon Lakingu National, MTV News.
Maprik Investment Limited, the business arm of the Maprik District Development Authority, will soon export its 4th shipment of coffee out from Wewak. Maprik MP John Simon says, thanks to the government's price support program, the number of coffee, both Robusta and Arabica, has increased drastically.
Maprik district in East Sepik province will soon export its 4th shipment of coffee out from Wewak. With the assistance from the Marape government's price support program, the Maprik Investment Limited, the business arm of the district, is purchasing Robusta coffee at 5 kina 50 per kilo and Arabica coffee at 7 kina.
These are all the coffee bags that's coming up from the central Sepik part of the country, like from Nuku, Lumi, West Sepik, East Sepik, Drekikia, Wasara. So we've got a lot of coffee starting to come in now. Thanks to the Prime Minister, the government, for the price support, which is really working in here. And all this coffee that you can see is the price support given by CIC, and MIL, Maprik Investment Limited, is the one that's coordinating it, and is the one that's purchasing all this coffee.
Prior to obtaining an export license, coffee from the central Sepik area was sent to Ley to be exported.
Last year, before the price support, one or two people bring their coffee, and they've been sending the coffee up to Ley and to Goroka to get it processed into green bean and export. But what you can see now is the coffee continue to come in. We've got more than close to 1,000 bags still sitting up in Maprik, ready to come in. So we definitely will beat the past records of our Robusta coffee that's been produced in Sepik. This year we will beat that.
Apart from purchasing coffee at a good price, the district, with support from the Coffee Industry Corporation, helps farmers with coffee pulping machines. This has contributed with more coffee coming into Maprik from all over central Sepik.
We continue to rehabilitate a lot of other coffee gardens. Sepik used to be the biggest Robusta coffee producers in the country, and we will get back there. We're doing it this year, we're doing it next year, and I'm so happy that the program is really working in the Sepik, and a lot of our farmers are very, very happy.
With this success, the Agriculture Minister is calling on other districts to help their people set up buying points. Maprik district has not only set up buying points for coffee but cocoa as well, hoping to get a cocoa export license as well. Rayon Lakingu National, MTV News.
A village in Rigo district has been declared open defecation free after the completion of a wash project in their community. Under this wash project, a toilet facility was built for Sivitatana village in the Rigo Central LLG to help improve health and hygiene in the community. Toilet facilities and water supply were also established at the local primary school as part of the school wash project. This project is funded by JICA with support from Feedback Foundation, UNICEF and Anis Foundation, Inc., and targets over 80 villages and 30 schools in Rigo district. The WASH project was officially launched on Wednesday.
I believe that I won't be selected. My community won't be having a day of ODF. Surely here we are today. Thank you very much. My vision forward, to be honest, we have came to introduce hygiene and sanitation. I believe we are missing out our wet water. Thank you very much making yourself available today. As a leader of the community, I'm so glad to have you all here. My future plan, just complete our wet, cold, water and sanitation. Thank you very much. The school program that we are running, now our schools are beginning to transform. They now have wash facility. They have better toilets. Their toilets are international standard. They have flush toilet and they have safe VIP toilet. It will be free from flies as long as they keep it well and they maintain it well. And so this facility that we set up, we're also working on drilling in the school to make sure that we supply water to the facility.
The number of people moving into suburb areas seeking a better life will continue to increase as rural areas lack basic government services. Just some kilometers out of Port Moresby and into Central Province lies a village called Rabuka in the Karakuhiri district, which lacks basic government services.
About 80% of PNG's population live in rural areas where there is little or no access of basic services. Roughly 5-kilometer drive in from the main Magi Highway past Tubuseria Junction lies a little village called Rabuka. For so long, this village has been lacking basic government services, which include proper road access, clean water access, healthcare and education. They struggle to get to the nearest village to seek services such as health and education. Although there aren't any transport traveling right into the village, this challenges them to walk an hour or two to reach the main road to seek services. Yesterday, the MTV News team traveled into the village to attend a peace ceremony when they encountered this reality. As an elder in the area, Pastor Winnie Koko from United Church Reform in Rabuka explained that although having faith in God is one of the main ideals, the people are in need of services.
Nobody from this village is a university graduate or doctor or engineer, nothing at all. They are all struggling, striving, trying to become that level, but somehow coming back and staying with their parents and living with their parents, doing nothing, gardening, all the time, doing nothing. So when I came across to this village, then I saw this, it's not health fully spiritually to bring them to this stage. So it took them a long period of time. No vehicle, nothing. Every time walking up and down, looking for vehicles, like going to town, no hospital, not because nobody is educated. From there, now we can see.
Despite having the need to have basic services, the people place their trust into working the lands to earn an income for survival. The people of Rabuka are now seeking assistance from the Kairukuhiri district and the central provincial government. Jamie Harrow, National MTV News.
An operation by the Immigration and Police in the Central Province has seen 10 foreign nationals arrested. After weeks of intelligence and information gathering, the spot check was carried out at Gabadi, Inawabui, Apanaipi, and Berina. The 10 foreign nationals were arrested for breaching work visa conditions. They were fined 5,000 kina each by the law enforcement units. The inspection team also visited an oil palm establishment at Kuni, Kubuni, along the Tapini Highway. They uncovered that the foreign company has been abusing 500 workers as cheap labor. The employees were also forced to buy food from the local company shop and were restricted to leave the company premises. Chief Migration Officer Stanis Hulahau said this is a serious case of exploitation of local workers and abuse of human rights. Mr. Hulahau says the foreign company has violated the country's laws. The foreign company will be referred to relevant state authorities for further investigation. This is National MTV News. When we come back, we bring you tonight's A Closer Look. Welcome back. The PNGDF hierarchy is expected to meet with the Deputy Prime Minister tomorrow on the future of the recruitment training at Goldie. Those enlisted in the 2021 recruitment for the Papua New Guinea Defence Force are now caught between a directive to suspend training or continue awaiting further directives from the PNGDF hierarchy. The news on the removal of 166 recruits on the 14th of September has captured the attention of the Prime Minister, who responded in a letter to PNGDF hierarchy to suspend training at Goldie immediately. In the same letter, Defense Secretary John Akipe was also directed to appoint an external investigator to look into this matter, a matter the Prime Minister describes as tarnishing the image of the Defence Force.
This is the 7th week since a total of 354 recruits were enlisted at Goldie to commence basic military training for 3 months. But it has not been a smooth 7 weeks for the recruits, the instructors and the Defence Force. Training was delayed for 5 weeks due to shortage in government funding. On the 6th week, the detection of a severe TB case led to the findings of irregularities that resulted in the removal of 166 recruits. Chief of PNGDF Training, Colonel Dikes Eso, on September 14th, spoke to the 354 recruits before those categorized as overaged, the ones who had failed medical tests, and the ones with ghost names were taken back to Marape barracks.
So day one, you come up here. Me plan training. Branch man unit lo goli. Me plan sabos lo receiving you plan. Conduct them training. That's all. Personal branch in a walking good walk. Now me plan walk him this la. Walk long, straight him. Walk way. Recruiting process. In a straight him. Okay. After I talk below me, I'll call him list. First round of list, you have him name below you. Name below you stop, now continue training. Second round of list, I'll call him. And by you color block car, now I'm Lucy Marape, and then you by go along. Family, joining family. That has to take place. Because you know meeting requirement. This plan online plan you go out. You got 3 plan area, me plan find him as well is up. Number 1, you fail in medical board. This plan list, you meet him age criteria, now some plan over age, but you fail in medical board. You start plan list A, and you must go out. Number 2 list, M over age. Some plan you over age, this is category, you pass in medical board. That's all you over age. Directive Block Commander, Directive 16, signed long 30th June 2021, M-Talk. Cut-off mark block age M26. 27 he go up, M-Nogat. Something where pest branch recruiting process in a block, screen him, rouse him up. M number 2. Number 3 hub, M ghost names. Ghost names, name below you in a sub long. Pass list blow medical or fail list blow medical. How you come up? Na come enlistment na service number na isa blow goldie. And me plan no sabe. You yet you sabe. Or one time usad man lo headquarter pest branch and salim you come. So first list medical, you fail in medical board. Second list, you over age. Now final number 3. And ghost names. So training by kickoff, we clear him this law all heavy. Now training by kickoff those deserving and those meeting requirements.
The call by the Prime Minister to suspend training on the 15th of September was made through a letter addressed to Deputy PNGDF Commander Commodore Philip Polewara. In the letter addressed to the Deputy Commander, the Prime Minister stated that he was concerned with reports coming out of Goldie. He stated, and I quote, "I have been informed that the Defense Council, in its decision number 103 of 2019, in 2019 was to freeze recruitment until the recruitment system is reformed to ensure the biases are completely removed from the recruiting process. However, PNGDF leadership has not adhered to its own council's decision." End of quote. Before signing off in the last paragraph, the Prime Minister directed for the immediate suspension of training at Goldie and requested the Defense Secretary, John Akipe, to appoint an external investigator to look into this saga.
As Chief of Training, me responsible on quality training for all the Papua New Guinea Defense Force training establishments. Both officers, recruits, now over 7 members want them. MLO interest belong training, also me like him, particularly recruit training. Time me black team list. All gather you, whether female or male, you come as a recruit, you must meet him all the requirement as specified underneath long book blood defense force. Anta blood isla, iga directive block commander istap. Mipla must adhere or bien him this la. Lo select him or right candidates or recruits lo come na work him training. Bien you finish na 7 country blue. This institution institution blow state. Every Papua New Guinean, you man or you marry, you got all got a right, Lord join him, na train, na behind you save him country blue. That's all. You must meet him, all got a requirement.
The continuous dishonesty in the enlistment of PNGDF recruits is not a new issue to PNGDF. In 2019, recruitment was suspended due to numerous reports of bribery and nepotism by high-ranking serving members. While the outcome of this investigation was not released to the media, the Prime Minister says it is clear internal investigations have not worked out. With all these talks going on at the top level, it is the recruits at Goldie who have already been psychologically affected since the 14th of September. Meanwhile, at Goldie, 2 out of the 166 who were removed were recalled to join the 188 recruits who remain for training. Come tomorrow, a decision will be made on whether training will continue or suspended for the rest of the year.
Trukai Sports is next. Stay tuned for all the updates.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The Money Plus NCDC Vipers on Friday held their awards night at the APEC House in Port Moresby. Players were given awards on their performance in the 2021 Intercity Cup season. The Vipers finished 4th in the season but bowed out in the finals.
It was a night of celebration for the sponsors, the players, family and the Vipers team management. The Money Plus NCDC Vipers had a good season this year, finishing 4th on the ladder but bowed out in the final series. Having the awards night was to thank the players and staff for their tremendous effort in this year's season.
For 2021, it has put a lot of us have put in a lot of efforts and sacrifices. Players, I congratulate you all and commend you all for making 2021 a great season for us Vipers. Please give a round of applause for Rigo.
Players were awarded for their performance this year, with sponsors also taking part in the event. It was a challenging year for the team, but they showed improvement towards the end of the season.
For this year, the greatest achievement has been giving all these young raw talents a pathway, and they have showcased it. We have done some tremendous performances for this season. We've set certain records for this season that we've showed them that we are the real premiership contenders. But unfortunately, as many of you may know, things didn't go the way we wanted.
The governor of NCD, Powes Pakop, who is the patron of the club, has been behind the Vipers franchise, which he says is key to recreating the image of the city. They had faced hardship in recent years, but with the support of NCDC, the Vipers have been a force to be reckoned with on the field of play.
For me and for the city, Vipers is part of our overall platform for transformation of our city. So when I became governor in 2007, I had no hesitation but to bring back this champion club that had produced a lot of stars that contribute to Hunters. And I'm happy the Hunters players are back here and gracing us tonight with their presence.
Fidelis Sukina, Trukai Sports.
And to soccer, here are some highlights of the Kumul Petroleum National Soccer League Round 9 results of the Southern Conference matches.
City
The round 9 fixtures in the Southern Conference saw the Taur FC took on the first-placed Ekari United. Ekari, coming back from a convincing win against Star Mountain FC last week, were confident to put up another thrilling showdown.
For Kepo, Ati Kepo, Upaiga's ahead.
On the 19th minute, Ekari were first to score through a corner kick by David Muta, giving the opportunity to Freddie Kepo to put Ekari ahead.
Over Tuspab Stallions, again I'll have to confirm that, is Muta with this corner. Kepo shoots, Kepo scores!
Both teams' attempt to reach the back of the net in second half were denied as the score remained 1-0 at full-time in favor of Ekari. In the main game, Gulf Komara went head-to-head with Port Moresby strikers to wind down round 9. Komara's Numa Kila registered the first goal on the 25th minute.
Paul. Numa for Ara. And now Tawini's onside. Lays it on for Numa Kila. Hits it first time.
A show of confidence later saw the Gulf Komara score their second goal after 6 minutes.
Ara. Well, there was movement and here it comes. Taviri. Taviri to make it 2.
A late fight back from Pom strikers wasn't enough.
And Raleigh Jack gives it straight to Tiampo. Togobai. Eliza. Tiampo Togobai. Hits the woodwork. Eliza follows up.
Gulf Komara surged past strikers. Ekari United are in control of the Southern Conference, sitting first, while Gulf Komara FC still maintain the second spot on the ladder. Suli, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. We'll bring you the weather report after the break.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
Weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow. Southern region, Port Moresby, cloudy periods with few afternoon showers and possible inland thunderstorms. Daru, partly cloudy with brief showers, moderate to fresh southeast winds. Kerama, partly cloudy with few afternoon showers. Alotau, cloudy periods with few showers, and Popondetta, partly cloudy, light variable winds. Mamase region, Ley, partly cloudy. Medang, brief afternoon showers. Vanimo and Wewak, partly cloudy with brief afternoon showers. New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, early morning showers, easing partly cloudy. Kavieng, brief afternoon showers with Kokopo and Rabaul. Kimbe, partly cloudy, southeast winds, and Buka, cloudy periods with few showers. For the Highlands region, Mount Hagen, cloudy with rain periods, then morning fog. Goroka, Kundiawa, Mendi, and Wabeg, cloudy with few showers, then morning fog.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that's the news, sports and weather for today, Sunday, 26th of September 2021. Until next time, pleasant viewing, have a safe week. Bye for now.